All right, what's up, y'all? We back for episode 2, Love in Transit. Today, we got April, we got James, and lovely Paulyae.
Yes, yes, yes.
She's a professional. She popped that off like this is episode 22. Good job. Yeah, give you your kudos. Well, first off, for anyone that doesn't know, Paulyae, we'll let you introduce yourself and who you are and all that good stuff.
Yes, my name is Paulyae. I'm a singer-songwriter. I do R&B and pop. I'm also a content creator as well. So I love talking about different topics and going down through there. So I'm really excited to go down through there with these two today. See what we come up with on this topic.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And, you know, the real reason we are here is to celebrate the release, or really to talk about the launch of April's new book, Book 2.
Yes.
Hold it up for the people, babe.
Book 2?
Mm-hmm.
Is this one? We're at her door.
Look at that imagery. We love to see it.
You should have seen me trying to come up with that book cover. It took me like
Oh,
3
man.
days.
You picked a great one. Like, you did good.
So many drafts.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where she would be like, what about this one? I'm like, yeah, that one good. That's better than the last one. And then she'll come back with like 5 more, and I'm like, okay. But
It
yeah,
catches your attention for sure. Like, it makes you
Mhm.
just want to see what's going on with that book.
But yeah, let's pop off with this, our first topic. Why do you think love feels so hard sometimes?
You guys want me to start?
Go, you're the guest.
Yes. Okay. I figured that's how it was going to go. I feel like love can feel hard. I think it's 2 different reasons. There's why love could feel hard when you're single and why love could feel hard when you're in a relationship. I think it's 2 totally different topics, honestly. I think love could feel hard when you're single because there's certain things that people, when you're just dating, that you can't really recognize. And a lot of people are bad at picking up on certain cues with another person. And it could be as simple as you can't even recognize when somebody even doesn't like you that much. You know what I mean? Or like cares or not. So it's like you're going in and you're putting your energy into the wrong things when you're single. And so love seems hard because you're pouring all of your energy into the wrong things because you don't really have good discernment. But I think when you're in a relationship, love could become hard more so because of consistency and things like that. Then you get into communication and effort. So it's 2 totally separate things, in my opinion.
So April, in your opinion, you know, with the relationship that you're dealing with, how would you go about answering that question? Why is love so hard?
Past trauma. You know, letting things go, or realizing that you haven't let things go, or you have this picture in your mind of it's gonna go this way, that way, and it doesn't go either way. You know, so that can make it hard because now you having to reset your mindset. What you was so used to, like it was supposed to go like this. I've been reading how it's supposed to go like this, and I seen it go this way, and yours don't go that way.
Right.
That's good.
Right. Do you think people's childhood has something to play with why love could be hard?
Absolutely. Because two people could grow up in 2 totally different households. You know what I mean? As children. So one person could have grown up, their parents are married, and, you know, their mom was loved properly and all that. So they know what healthy love looks like. So they know how to emulate that, and they know, you know, the example. And then you have another person that might have grown up, their mom might have been abused or something like that. Just to give an extreme example, you know, but it's so common. So dysfunction could look normal to them. So they could both kind of be battling that, but it's because their childhoods for sure can have a super impact on that.
Yeah, that's actually something that we're dealing with right now, if you don't mind me speaking on
Go
it.
ahead.
Because I'm very family oriented. Like, I grew up, you know, we had Sunday dinners at Aunt Bessie's house. You know, so every Sunday, everybody know they going to Aunt Bessie's house, and I'm used to being around a lot of family. Whereas she's just not used to that. She's used to it. Her mom, her sisters, and that's it.
We occasionally kick it with family, but it wasn't something that was
the immediate family is more so.
Yeah,
what
it's
you
just,
feel.
Yeah. So we got the house, and I'm like, yeah, we finna have my son's birthday at the house. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but you know, I knew how she felt about it, so I was like, yeah, we can go to Chuck E. Cheese or we can go somewhere else. And this year, I'm like, nah, inflation. We're staying home, you know, like
inflation.
People are coming over. We're gonna have
like
to
everybody
figure this
everywhere.
out.
That could be more fun, anyways.
Yeah, but everybody everywhere. just kind of like in your personal space. You know,
That's how my mom is.
Like,
I think my parents were kind of like that too. My dad, like he grew up like
I can do it, but I gotta have some restrictions. Like I don't go in my room.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Never.
Don't mess with this. Don't mess with that.
Never.
Control your kids. If you don't control your kids, I do not mind telling you that you gotta go.
Right. Yeah, my dad's mom, my grandma, she would always have her door open. So anybody could just come over at any time. My mom, she did not play. She was like more like you, like what?
Right.
Like, no, we're not doing that. So they would always have misunderstandings with that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
that's valid.
what type of role do you guys think, and you can go first, Paulyae, like
Okay.
when it comes to communication, how important is communication, and how can bad communication make things more tricky?
I'm so glad you asked me first. I've been talking about communication so much lately. I am so big on open communication, and like I've dealt with this before in relationships. Like I feel like you said, how could differences in communication style make it tricky? Is that what you basically asked? I feel like there's two types of people, right? There's people that maybe get their feelings hurt or affected by something and they hold it in, and they kind of might. And when you hold things in, I feel like you start to project, or you start to like do little microaggressions because you're feeling away. So it builds resentment. And I feel like there's other people who they talk about it and then you get it over with. And then after that, you're kind of cleansed of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm the second one. Like I'm the one, like if I talk about it and we have an understanding, I feel like we have an understanding, I can move on, but I can't move on until I talk about it. And I feel like you understand, so it won't happen again. But when you're dealing with somebody who holds it in, I feel like that's really not a good match. That's bad. Like that's really unhealthy, and it's kind of toxic to hold things in that way. Communication is so important.
But sometimes people don't know that they hold it in.
They don't know?
Yeah, I can speak from experience because I'm the middle child. So, you know, sometimes when I would talk, it's like, no, be quiet. So you get used to being quiet and being in the background.
That goes back to childhood too, maybe.
Yeah,
People tell
like
you to be quiet.
You get used to holding stuff in. So we can't always base it on just the person holding it in, they toxic. Sometimes that's all they know.
No, I only call it toxic because if you're with the person who's trying to talk about it and then you kind of brush them off and dismiss them, then it becomes toxic because it's like somebody presented it to you and tried to be healthy, and
but
you're
they
like,
might not know how to process it.
Well,
that might be something new.
It could be as simple as I understand. I didn't know you felt that way. That's like what, at one sentence? You know what I mean? So for somebody to kind of be like, no, like I don't want you trying to argue. I don't want to talk about. That's definitely toxic.
But if people handle them like
two
that,
things can be true.
if people handle them like that, they might not
need
be
therapy.
used to. You're correct.
Yeah,
we grown.
Yeah, yeah. And therapy sometimes is just communication. It really is, because
ironically, right?
What we're talking about is something that we dealt with literally, because I see why you say it can be toxic, but at the same time, sometimes people are really toxic and they don't know that they're being toxic.
They think you're toxic because you're talking about it.
Exactly.
That's why it's not compatible. You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Exactly.
both looking at each other like you're being toxic. No, you're being toxic. And nobody's ever going to understand. Like, it's just not worth it, really.
Yeah, and that's just something else that makes relationships harder than they need to be.
I think you should seek a partner with similar communication styles, because that could be the downfall for sure.
Yeah. Or let's talk about patience, because people don't talk about how important patience is in a relationship, because I mean, we're going on 5 years and this woman displayed an extreme amount of patience with me, you know what I'm saying, and still being in my young ways, and just she was very, very patient.
Yeah.
And then in turn, I learned how to be patient with her. And it's like, I feel like you have to become almost a student with your partner, because you have to learn each other. You both have to be students of the game, you know. And when it gets to that point, now it's no longer like you guys are on separate teams. You're on the same team. And it makes like everything that would seem to be an argument, it's not really an argument. You just trying to really work it out.
Trying to understand. Yeah.
Trying to understand. And I think that's what's missing in most relationships, is you guys aren't on the same team.
It's like you against the other person. It's like, no, it's you guys against the issue or against the goal or whatever it is.
Like, you ever have an argument and you feel like the person doesn't really want to get to a resolution, right? They just want to really get their point across. But what we've learned is getting your point across it's not going to always make you feel like you're right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people are seeking that validation of feeling like they're right.
Yeah. It's ego.
And it's ego. It's ego. So, and it kind of might tie back to childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That might
Having
be
to
how
fight
they
for a voice growing up.
yeah. So now they're like, I'm not gonna do that in my relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
parents didn't listen to me.
Nobody will silence me anymore
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
That could be toxic.
Yeah.
So, question. Do you think love should be easy if it's the right one?
You want to take this one first?
I'm not gonna say easy, but it can be smoother if everybody's willing to look in the mirror and understand where the other person's coming from, compromising.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like more doable if it's the right one. Maybe not easy because everybody's different. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna have a time where like you're not really seeing eye to eye. That's normal because we're all different people, grew up differently, all that stuff. But I feel like if it's the right one, then it'll be worth it. You know what I mean? And you have a common goal in mind. And you feel like you just have something worth fighting for. So like you'll work it out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's more doable. That's why I use that word. If you don't feel like it's worth it and it's not the right one, then it's like, what's the point? Like I don't even really like you. Like I really don't even want to be here. So like I don't see like the ultimate goal in any of this.
What do you think are some of the signs for the right one?
I think that's like a I'm about to get all spiritual. Like I feel like you could just feel it. And I write music about this all the time. I feel like it's literally an intuition thing. Like have you ever felt like you knew somebody before? Or like you just felt like you were supposed to be in the realm with that person? I feel like you'll get that feeling. Like you'll literally just know. You know what I mean? Not to be all sappy, but that's just how I feel.
What about you? I think you got the right one. So how did you know?
How did I know? Ooh, let's see.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I kept allowing you to come back, even though, you know. And I would always ask you, why you doing what you doing? If I didn't really care, I would just be like, do you?
You wanted to dig deeper.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, get to the root.
That became actually therapeutic for our relationship because no one had ever asked me why I was doing what I was doing. And once she asked me the question, I was like, dang, that don't even really bother me no more. Like that's something that hurt me in 2018, 2019. Like that don't bother me no more. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm like, dang, this is just my trauma responses. Yeah. Like I'm doing things out of, for one, grief and trauma. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when my dad passed away, like, I went crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was just, like, women was what like, that's how I cured myself. I was like, oh, I'm going to
through something.
Yeah. Like, I'm a smoke. And I'm gonna find me a female. Like
you overindulge in something to distract yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna overindulge.
I did that too. My dad passed. I started going out all the time, surrounding myself with people all the time, like socializing just as a distraction. So you don't think about what you're really going through. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as that butt got home, so why'd you do it? What did you achieve?
What did you achieve is crazy. That's really a deep question. It's like, oh, are you reading me? Like, I don't like being read.
Yeah. I mean,
those are questions you try to avoid.
Accountability. Exactly. Because you told me you was gonna do this. Yeah. And you did totally opposite. So now we gotta talk.
I guess that's how I knew at the same time as well. I kept coming back.
I love it.
I mean, I'm talking about talking noise. You know how you talk noise to other people about it? Like, yeah, dog, I'm done. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going back over there.
I'm been there.
Pack my doggy bag and be gone, you know? And here I am. Coming right back.
And here I go.
Open this door.
Bring your silly ass in here.
I love it. Yep. My mom always says, like, you know, there's always going to be ups and downs in a relationship, but the key to sticking, to having like a long-term relationship is being able to see it through when you guys do have problems instead of just letting it go so easily. Yeah. You know, some people like one thing and I'm gone, and they like really brag about that. Like, oh no, I don't come back. I leave really quickly. And it's like, that's really not much to brag. Unless it's something crazy, it's really not anything to brag about, because that means you're probably never going to have a long-term relationship, because nobody's going to come in and be perfect and do nothing wrong. So that means you're going to leave everybody. Like,
right.
Congratulations. Like
another one that gets me. I couldn't have did that. When you in love, you don't really know
what
you gonna do.
That's
you
why
know what I'm saying.
That's why I don't.
You
say
can't
nothing.
really say like, man, I wouldn't have went through that.
People don't get it. Yes, yeah.
You would have.
I stay real quiet when people go back or have situations. I'm like, well, love is very blinding, and it does something to your brain chemistry. So
Facts.
Yeah,
From
from a
the heart
logical
wants
mind,
what it wants.
for the logical mind on the outside, it's easy to say, oh, like textbook, I wouldn't do that, or you shouldn't do that. But once you're in love, like it's totally different ball game. You can know the facts and still be like, well,
Have them in front of your face, looking at them. They looking at you. You looking at it.
It
Like
makes sense and everything. You're like, yep.
Well. All right. What's one lesson about love you had to learn the hard way?
Oh, I have to go. I'm going first again. A lesson about love you have to learn the hard way. I think that love should not hurt past a certain extent. You know, like love, like we talked about how like love can have its ups and downs. That's fine, but there gets to a certain level of pain that that's not love. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that shouldn't be it. And so once somebody shows you that they can cause you that type of pain, or that type of pain is going to be involved with loving them, it's not okay to go back, because it's just not gonna be different anytime. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna change, and that person's not gonna show you any different.
Right.
So.
Right. Love shouldn't feel abusive.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. How would you answer that?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. What's one lesson about love you had to learn the hard way?
My worth and being in love, you know, because I would always put everything and everybody before me. So, yeah, my worth, I would say that. Realizing what I brought to the table. Like, okay, I know you're not finna get that from her over there. You know, realizing not being scared to walk away.
That's good.
What about you?
I guess for me, I had to learn, because I was more on, just to be transparent, I felt like I was the abuser. You know what I'm saying? Like emotionally. And because I'm so good at justifying things, I justified to myself that what I was doing was okay, because it's like I'm telling you and I'm showing you what I'm doing, but I know that it's not right.
Yeah.
But I also know that you're not going to leave me alone, or at least I can check the temperature when I do think you're going to leave me alone, and then that's when I can correct myself, you know what I'm saying, until I start doing it again.
Yeah.
So it's like it was a emotional roller coaster, you know, because it's like I'm going to do what I do because I know the right time to do it, and I know when to stop, because I can tell when you're getting to your breaking point.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not good. And I had to learn that the hard way, because she was about to be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I could feel it, and then it's like I really had to look in the mirror and be like, man, is this the type of man that you want to be? You know what I mean? Because this is becoming you at this point. You know, how many more years are you going to keep doing the same thing?
Right.
Falling into the same cycle.
Right.
You can't deny after so long that this has just become you. This is your character now. And I was like, nah.
That's deep. That's good that you had that epiphany. Another thing, another big lesson, and I want people to know this: getting your lick back, or whatever the case may be, is never worth it.
It's not.
In relationships. That's what I learned the hard way, for real. If you want to be honest, like, you know, I could be, like, if somebody does me wrong, I feel like there needs to be a justice system, even if it has to be through me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be, if you made me feel a way and you don't really care about it, in my head, like, I would be like, okay, well, I'm going to make you feel some sort of way too. You know what I mean? So it has to be even. I can't just be out here like a victim. You know what I mean? But I learned that when the thing that we tell ourselves is that we like tell ourselves that it's going to be even when we get our lick back, or we're under this like false assumption that you're even now. No, like, what makes you think that they're not going to try to get even back? Now it's just a cycle. Now you're going to get even back. They're going to get even back. Now you're just putting yourself in a karmic cycle, and that's what you don't want to do. And those things do not end well. God will come down and put an end to that immediately. Yeah. So getting your lick back is never worth it. I don't know why we feel like it's going to be, oh, I got you back. Now it's even. Now we're good. What makes you think that person doesn't feel how you feel? Like, no, I'm going to get you back. Like, and now it's just a game. Never ending.
And to keep it a buck, men can't take what women take. If this woman if she would have got her lick back, we wouldn't be sitting right here right now. I just keep it a buck. I would have been like, nah, I can't do it. Or I would have just kept the fuckboy cycle going. Basically.
It's like the cycle, right?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh,
you're not the only person who wants to be even.
I was just getting my act together, and now you go get your lick back.
Now I'm finna
go back to the streets too. Because I'm gonna just be sleeping one night and I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna just start thinking about it, and that's gonna bother me.
I do the same thing.
That's
gonna
bother me. So that's how I know women are just different. Because there's way more women that have been cheated on than men that have been cheated on. Just I haven't seen the statistic, but I know for a fact, because men just can't take it.
Or women just get caught less. You ever think about that?
That's cool with us, though.
I'm not saying that's true. I don't cheat, but I'm just saying, you never know.
That's cool with us. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't know, we don't
just
know.
Don't be sloppy with it. Oh,
yeah,
that's crazy.
that's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just like
women
at the point
cheat.
that we are right now. Like if I found something out, then yeah, I'm gonna be hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. But I know it's like
women cheat deeper. They cheat emotionally.
Yeah, I would be able to tell if I feel like I got the type of radar now that she had then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because women usually know because they're more tapped into their man. Yeah. And then men aren't tapped into their women enough. That's why they don't know.
Yeah. Women are intuitive.
Yeah. So I'm tapped into her. I know everything that she doing. I know her whole schedule.
Oh, I like it. It don't bother me.
So if something's off, I'm going to know.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of men out here, they wouldn't know because they're too busy running their own game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not running no game. So
yeah. I feel like women cheat more when they're just like fed up past a certain point. That's why I say it's more emotional or it's more depth. Mm-hmm. Usually there's that one-off situations where women are kind of like doing it like men, but that's rare, like you said.
Yeah, it's very rare. I mean, most women right now, if they have a man that's actually going to pay them attention, they don't go looking for another man's attention.
Yeah.
You know, you can, every time you get some free time, I'm trying to call you type of time.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely here. But
women are sold the fairy tale, the princess movies and all that.
Yeah.
Like we're told find your prince. Like that's embedded in us since like we're kids. You know what I mean? Little girls, like you find your prince in this fairy tale and you're gonna get swept off your feet.
Where men are getting told to do this and do that and do this and don't get caught.
Men are raised like totally different.
You said, well, how many girls? You getting cool points, right? Like you getting cool points. But when we do it, she a hoe, she this, out of that.
Have more respect for yourself. Yeah.
Like y'all made her a hoe. Like
go find
nobody
your
talks
Charming.
about that. Y'all made women hoe because you tried to get your body count up. Nobody talks about that. You know how did she become that?
Yeah, with women that usually happens due to like childhood trauma and stuff like that. To be honest,
for sure.
With men, it's more like that's what you're taught. Like, oh yeah, score. Like you did that, all good. It's like a point. Like every woman you get is like a point. With a girl, if a girl's doing that, it's like, okay, let's dig deeper. Like, let's go to therapy.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on.
When they both need to be going to therapy.
Right.
Because why are you doing it?
Exactly.
And the person that taught you that, what was really wrong with them? Who are they with right now? Are they happy?
But nobody looks at it as a problem with a boy. So it's just like,
yeah, we need to
whatever.
That's
narrative. Normal. Exactly. Yes, I agree.
What makes love worth it, even when it's hard?
The outcome of knowing that you still have somebody in your corner that's going to love you through your ups and downs. And really when you down to bring you back up.
But what about when the outcomes are bad?
You have to weigh it out. How many bads did you have over the good? Do you still have more good than the bad?
Pros and cons.
And do you also look at the consistency of the bad?
Yeah, like how often is it coming?
Is it severity?
Is it coming in waves?
The severity of the bad, too. Because it could be one bad, but it's, like, really bad. Like I said earlier, it shouldn't hurt past a certain level. That part, you know? I guess the quality of the person that you're with as well, I think, too. Which is kind of what I was just saying. Like, if I'm looking at the question, like, what makes it worth it? Because it's like, what makes it, I'm thinking the opposite. Like, what makes it not worth it? Makes it not worth it if you're dealing with a low-quality person who's not going to show you any different, who doesn't really care. You know what I mean? What makes it worth it is if you know this person is like you said, like it's like the quality of the bad. You know what I mean? Like severity of the bad. Is it really bad or is it like things you could work through? If the bad they're showing you is showing you, hey, they don't care about you. They're liable to abuse you. They're just like not going to make you happy at all. You know, they don't care about your happiness. Then it's not going to be worth it. But if those things, if it's not to that level of bad, like the cons aren't that bad, then I think then it's worth it because it's something you can actually like navigate through. And it's not a lost cause at that point.
So just to get transparent, when you were dealing with my bad, did I have that much good attached to the bad where it was like, okay, let me just stick around and see what this can turn into? Or like, what was that process like?
I think sometimes when I was dealing with you, I think some of my trauma kept me there. You know? You know, at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, he come home. Why should I have to settle for that? You should have always came home. You know? So it just depends on how far you willing to dig in deep. Are you willing to check yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it could be you. So I had to like I told you, you know, I have daddy issues. Like, you know, I've never been nobody's only girl. So like, it was just like, okay, well, I could deal with this because I don't know what this man might bring. But why should I have to settle for that? You know what I'm saying? So I had to realize, like I said, I had to find my worth. Yeah. So I think that's what kind of kept me dealing with some of the stuff that you did. And I had been through it already too, you know, so it was just like, you know, I'm used to this, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing I ain't dealt with. But
you call it normal in your head almost.
Like,
this is what people do. Yeah. This is so therapeutic.
And it's like my toxic trait is whenever someone gives me an inch, I'll go ahead and I'll take that mile, you know, and then before you know it, it's a whole football field.
That's most people.
You know, that is most people. And I guess the lesson is, like, don't let nobody play with you from the jump.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as you see something that you don't like, you address it. But what happened is I did something and then I came home and then it was kind of just like kind of swept under the rug. So I was like, okay,
this is not that bad.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me just go to bed and wake up tomorrow, and then days stack up on each other. And then, you know, I wasn't like serial with it. It's not like I was just out here in the just streets day in and day out.
See,
you know,
he was an emotional cheater. Like the people he was talking to, it had already built something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I started doing, so I was like, so what I started doing, I put everybody in a group chat. Since everybody know about everybody, how y'all doing?
She did put everybody in the group chat.
Oh, wow.
What we talking about this morning?
That's tea for me.
Since everybody ain't supposed to be talking to nobody, let's talk. Everybody know about everybody. Let's lay it all down on the line. Y'all not finna keep messing up my world and thinking y'all's finna be perfect. Since everybody know about everybody, let's bring reality to reality.
That. I love it, actually. It's the toxic in me. I'm like, yes.
And I'm the type of guy. It just made me feel lame. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's why
that was the goal.
Yeah, she calling the phone.
Yeah, I'm like,
yo, I ain't went to work yet. You got to call him back when I go to work.
I was in the shower, right? I'll never forget this day because I was in the shower, and I normally always turn my ringer off. You know, that's like one of the number one rules. You know, when you out here and you in the streets, keep that ringer off. If the ringer off, no vibration. Don't bring face down. Phone is
notifications off.
Phone is face down. You hear me?
Yep.
So
I'm in the shower. I'm about to have me a good day.
Came
phone
across
start
the
ringing.
ID. I left the bathroom. I went into the laundry room.
I didn't even know.
What up?
I'm thinking I'm finna have a good day.
Got caught slipping.
She ain't want to answer the phone. What up? Who is this? I was like, I thought y'all wasn't talking. We family. I said, fuck you and your family. This here is what I got going on.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah.
We family. We got this. I said, well, and then she was like, I'm talking to somebody else. I said, well, do the person you talk to know that you talking to him? I said, give me his number so I can call him up.
I know she was shaking in her boots.
Oh, yeah.
She called his phone. I was like, I ain't went to work yet. You got to wait till I go to work. He'll call you when I ain't around. You know how this go. Why you acting brand new to the situation?
Called too early.
Because I blew her phone. Now she blowing his phone up.
Yeah.
Now your world messed up. But nobody gave it. Nobody cared when mine was.
You know what?
It was all peaches and cream when it was in the dark. Now it's brought to the light. You mad?
I feel you on that.
Be mad. Because guess who's going to work to have a good
Everybody
day?
Going to be upset, not just me.
I had a good day that day.
Knowing it's not just you, right? You're like, well, join the club. Like, I feel you.
It was getting real juicy.
I feel you deeply on that, actually.
Real juicy. We got to wrap it up.
It did. It did. Oh, my gosh.
That was getting a little bit too juicy. I was on me. You know, I'm over here silent for too long, you know. Oh, let me back up a little bit. Y'all got me hot over here. If you could
like,
close.
Did we take AC off?
Right. Dang. How we get on that?
No, I'm
right. If you could close us out, Miss April M. Bird.
All right. This was episode 2 of Love in Transit. To kick it off, I have 2 books out. I have No Rush, No Pressure. That's book 1. Book 2 is dropping August 31st. War at Her Door. Just remember, no rush, no love.
And the cover, smooth. You guys, I have to say, it just feels like so good on the skin.
Yeah,
I'm not even being dramatic.
Update these covers because, you know. She said this cover is therapeutic.
It is.
That's
like,
what
I
we
just
need.
felt better as soon as I rubbed it. I'm like, wow.
I don't
Actually,
know. I don't know the
great
difference.
marketing. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that's what we need to
I
push.
cannot
This
lie.
book is therapeutic to the touch.
It's all about healing too.
Facts.
So if you having struggling with healing,
I feel healed just rubbing it.
go on and get them books.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all on episode 3. Appreciate y'all tuning in.